difficult to identify your brother or your father. This is the life for enslaved African brothers. The only source of light and ventilation, the small openings out there. Male dungeon designed for 1,000. With 1,000, this is where they dedicated, where they created. They were fed well twice a day. In here, they were held for 3 months. So the ship comes. Let me quickly underline and come with me to the statement. When you want to access it, let's move in. So you need to watch your steps. Moving right here, source of light, as I said, it was also for rainwater. So anytime it rains, depends upon the direction. Rainwater from this side down the village to wash the sweat, saliva, feces, vomit, everything on the floor. It goes down there and enters the sea from that side. As the rain went on, when they were not receiving much rain, whatever I mentioned accumulated to where we see this. Please let's come closer here, let's look at it. So this one here, we call it excavation mark. Archaeologists from Archaeological Department, University of Ghana, led by Professor Pesi Amfanda, is now late. They took a sample of the floor to Accra. They tested it, and they came out with the findings as I mentioned. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is the level of all the accumulated waste. You ask yourself, where were the people? Where everything was up to that level, they were still inside, crying and screaming. The floor was also the same with the sweat, saliva, but everything on the floor. They stripped off everything, and that's what we have here. So those that were held at present, just in their sweat, they have saliva, feces, vomit, because of that excavation. Be careful, please. Inside here, this is now original floor. They strip off everything. We see the bricks. While other side, it is not original. A floor solidified, mixed with whatever I mentioned. 200, 200, 200, 1,000. It is estimated that about 1/10 that is not original. A floor solidified, mixed with whatever I mentioned. 200, 200, 200, 1,000. It is estimated that about 1/10 that before the ship comes. Either they decided that they don't want to suffer, where at the point they will not eat, they will not break, or they die of infection because of the mark that they receive on their skin. Right, let's take a walk. Be careful, please. We are under the church. Above the dungeon was the church. Church for British. Right in front of the church. This you can call a peephole or a spy hole. This is to keep eye on the enslaved Africans. When an officer is entering the church, when someone is around the hole, go in there, pray for your life, your business. When there is any unusual noise down here, that person will not see, but you hear through the peephole in front of the church. The name of the church was Society for the Propagation of the Gospel, and later renamed Anglican Church or Church of England. So as we go out there to continue, we'll see the building or the structure still above the dungeon, but now converted as a library. careful the portion there for you to go home safe. Give the people here service at the time. Original opening like this is to prevent escape because the brave ones attempted to run away. The record here, they were rearrested and punished. Last dungeon, let's come to the last chamber. So many people here, most of them from sisters, brothers in gospel. Every first against emancipation. So receive more of this. In memory and honor of those who died. That is why we see the wreath there. And in the dungeon, they were held for 3 months. When the ship arrived, they do the re-examination to look at their fitness once more. They will line them from the first dungeon, which was a strong section, to this, as they're sorted out. Here they look at the fitness. If you are not strong enough to travel, you wait for the next ship over here. If you are strong, you come here. When they are done with the grouping, the strong ones, they group them 5. They change them together, 10, change them together. They walk through underground tunnel. The entrance to the tunnel was here. So this is where they were led. They came out at a distance to join their mothers and sisters and to the door of no return. Around 1807, legally, slave trade was abolished because of the Industrial Revolution and having Africans working over there. But slavery was still going on. In British Empire, it was abolished in 1833, 1834, under the leadership of Captain John McLean. This was sealed to signify the end of slavery. But as we continue the tour outside, we'll have a look at the continuation of this. The same tunnel dedicated to the souls of the ancestors who went through to the New World as the result of transatlantic.
As a result of the transatlantic slave trade, we are here today. Thank you for watching part 2. The journey isn't over. In part 3, we'll visit one of the most symbolic places in the castle, the door of no return, and reflect on its lasting significance for the African diaspora.